6b, which is index laws 1 and 2. Now you may remember from the start of this video, we've got all our index laws up here. So you can actually go up to these and you can go, this is index law 1 and this is 2, because that's what we're going to be learning today. So let's get started. Okay, index law 1 and index law 2. Now I want to do a little introduction to these and then we'll go into some more examples, but I'd like to see how they are derived. So index law 1. Let's say, for instance, we've got x to the power of 4 times x to the power of 2. Let's write that as expanded form. So I'll write it out like this. These are going to be greens and these are going to be blues. So I'm going to have x times x times x times x. So that's expanded. So x to the 4 is that. Times by x times x, which is from that chunk there. Now we may notice that how many x's do we have in total? We have simply x to the power of 6. Now, this is the long way of doing it. You can imagine this will get quite tedious writing in expanded form all the time. So what's the shortcut? Well, you may have noticed it, but we have a 4 here and a 2. How can you make 6? You can add them together. So what's our index law? It's simply this. If you have the same base, in this case x and x, then you can add the indices together, 4 and 2, to make 6. So instead, we can look at this with our shortcut. X to the 4 times by x to the 2, same base, means x to the 4 plus 2, which becomes x to the 6. Now this is our first index law. Let's move on to the second index law, and it's quite similar. Index law 2. So index law 2 works like this. Let's say, for instance, we've got y to the 7 that's going to be a divide sign. Good try. There we go. Y to the 4. So let's write this in expanded form and as a fraction. Y times y times y times y times y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times y all over y times y times y times y. There's lots of y's here. Now I know that 2 divided by 2, which is 2 on 2, is equal to 1, right? So effectively, I can cross top and bottom. So I also know x divided by x is 1, y divided by y is 1. So I can basically cancel top and bottom whenever I see the same thing on the numerator and the denominator if they're all multiplied together. So cross, 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 cross. So what we have now is simply y cubed on the top. So what's our answer? Y cubed. Now let's see if you can see the mathematical shortcut. We have the same base, y, and you may also note that we have a 7 and a 4 here. I wonder how you can make that 3. You may have guessed it, you go 7 minus 4 to make 3. Now this is our shortcut. So when we tackle this problem now, what I want you to do is this. Y to the power of 7 divided by y to the power of 4 is equal to y to the 7 take 4, which is y to the 3. I think you can appreciate this is way faster than writing it all out. In the next few videos, we'll be using these index laws to help us solve problems.